President Obama with the vice president at a women's event or an event on violence against women, particularly on campuses, sexual assault on campuses. I'm here with Casey Hunt from MSNBC and John Stanton from BuzzFeed.com. John, we should point out that Joe Biden has a lot of street cred on this issue. He was the original sponsor 20 years ago of the Violence Against Women's Act. He fought for its renewal. But as we said earlier, praising Bob Packwood, not the greatest move at an event earlier today, a Democratic women's leadership event. But this is an important campaign issue as the president and vice president are trying to energize women voters, particularly young women voters and single women.
Well, right, and I think you're going and looking at the issue particularly through the lens of college campuses really does sort of give them a twofer. They're trying to get his traditional sort of young base out. That's very difficult to do during any kind of a non-presidential election year, but especially in the second term. And it also is going to play towards their advantage with women right now that they have, and they're trying to sort of pad that, and hopefully that can bring out enough voters in places like Colorado and other states where Democrats are on the fence or having some difficulty to keep the Senate for them.
And in fact, in the last midterm cycle, of course, the Democrats got away with it because they had so many women, Republican women as well, who were angry over some of the things that some Republicans had said about rape, forcible rape, all of that. Well, Republicans have been a lot more careful with their candidates this time around, so they have to come up with other ways to energize Casey young.
They absolutely have, and you know, Senator Rob Portman said that, something along those lines. The effective breakfast I was at with him, he said, you know, we haven't had our candidates where they're focusing on issues people actually care about. And I was talking to one top Republican strategist too, who said, as much as there is maybe a focus on the difference with Hispanic voters between the Democratic and Republican parties, he said the thing that they won't be able to overcome is the gap with especially single and unmarried women, and that if they can't, they're seeing in their focus groups that those are the people who are just going to walk completely away from the Republican Party if they don't take aggressive steps to fix that. So that's, I think, what you're seeing here from the president, from others, particularly in states like, as you mentioned, Colorado, North Carolina, that could make all the difference.
So hang here. We're going to be right back with more political news. Casey, John Stanton as well. There's a lot more midterm election politics. But meanwhile, a 37-year-old